On the Parow plant, we collect a few thousand tons of loose paper every month that we bale.
The main thing with logistics, especially in Parow, is that all our mills are located in the north. In other words, Piet Retief, Richards Bay. So all the paper that comes from the Cape has to be trucked up. And we do in the region of 200 to 250 trucks a month. So the logistical function in Parow is extremely important.
If we talk about employment in the recycling industry, it would be two tiers and divided between formal employment and informal employment. It starts at the trolley pushers that roams the streets and selling that material onto recycling centres. We call them buyback centres in Cape Town.
We go to their sites, we assist them in getting equipment down there. We also teach them how to recycle and how to use equipment efficiently, just to get their business off the ground so they can become sustainable.
Nuclear Waste is a multi-recycling company. They collect plastics, cardboard, paper, all sorts of paper. On a daily basis, I think there's about 50 trolley pushers that comes here on a daily basis. These are the same trolley pushers that comes there all the time, every single day. And they'll collect from households, from companies, and they come here and they sell it. And that, again, is a way of living for them.
Most of my patrons at the time, before we came here, was unemployed. Didn't know what to do.
These guys need to know that there's going to be a steady income, sustainable income.
Mpact has been very instrumental.
And this is what Mpact is about, and also we're reliable.
For the last 3 years, it's been an excellent service. It's not just from the top structure of management, whether it is the guys on the floor offloading your bakkie, or whether it's the drivers coming out, whether it's the reps going out. So as far as Mpact, I would give them 10 out of 10 because they were very instrumental in assisting us,
But Mpact Recycling is a multi-recycler. They collect all types of paper, cardboard, plastics.
We met Shireen about 2 years ago and they assisted us, and that put us in a position to go very big into the recycling. We buy in from trolley guys who have bakkies and these little trolley pushers, and we have 7 vehicles currently on the road, and we collect from all major supermarkets in the Athlone, Manenberg, Gatesville area. We have another premises out in Athlone Industrial, which is in Carbon Street.
He's a very motivated businessman. He tries and grows his business all the time. He's always asking us how we can assist him, and we try and do that through regular collections, by offering market-related pricing, by offering him collections after hours and over weekends, and see how we can support him in between.
A lot of these people are uneducated. By allowing him to collect recyclables, you empower him to earn a decent living and restore his dignity. Instead of begging, because nobody wants to beg.
Elita is our on-site contractor. Now, Mpact has hired these guys for one main function. It's just to get the paper together, get it into our baling machine, put it in a bale form, and then get it loaded onto a truck so that we can get it up to the mill.
Say about 8 years ago, when we went over to start Elita Recycling, we actually took all the guys over with us. And they were all like general workers, didn't have no skills. But Mpact, they provided the money and the cost to uplift these guys. See. So nowadays, these guys, they are now machine operators, front-end load drivers, forklift drivers.
This is the first industry I've come across now that it's so easy to get people involved in improving their own lives. It doesn't take much effort really. So they'll go out into these little shops and they'll ask for paper that they can collect. And there's a willingness from everyone just to support these people. And I don't think in any other industry you'll find that type of thing happening, because industry, they're all about business, they're all about money. And that's not the Mpact way. Mpact is more about sustainability. Providing that mechanism for people to live out there. And I think that's the big difference that Mpact makes in their lives.
My name is Johannes, and I'm an owner driver. I started here as a contractor under Mpact, but ever since we started the owner driver scheme, that's improved my way of life, or my standard of living.
My name is Clement Adams. My business is Joinco Transport and Recycling. Recycling to us, it is creating employment, because to us that is one of the biggest things.
Sylvia's is on the Cape Town fresh produce market for about 24 months at the moment. We were offered this opportunity to look at decreasing the volumes of material to landfill. Started a recycling initiative, and we needed a champion to do it for us. And initially she started working for us as an employee. And after about 6 months, we empowered her, gave her the business, gave her over the facility that the Cape Town fresh produce market made available to us. Sylvia's employing 2 people, and she's really sorting out good volumes of plastics and cardboard that she sells to Mpact Recycling on a continuous basis.
She's saving us money, making sure the place is clean. She creates jobs for the guys. Mpact come in, they take all the cardboard out, the plastic out, the straps out, everything out. They process that. Our waste bill was at 1.6 million rand in 2012. It's currently at 382,000 rand, which I project by the end of the financial year, it will be 450,000 rand.
Key ingredient, I think it's a very willing entrepreneur that sees the opportunity and actually does a great job partnering with us.
We've been dealing with or partnering with Oasis for the past 15 years, so it's quite a long-standing relationship. They're currently doing about 80 to 100 tons a month.
Recycling brings in about 40% of our income. Last year they asked us what we need, and so we asked for a baler because we thought if we compact the cardboard, we can actually fit more into the container. That would really reduce the carbon footprint because they'll be able to take more volume every time that they collect.
We've also helped with the branding of the trucks, and those trucks are sent out to households and companies to collect the paper, and it's brought back here to Oasis, and then in return we collect it with our trucks.
My name is Dwayne Jacobs. I'm a director at IFED. This is the IFED building. It's a sorting center where we work with recycled material. What we do is we're working with the services sector in terms of skills development, getting the youth involved, teaching them the skill of recycling. So they basically are on a course, they're doing an 8-month course, and then we're getting the schools involved. We're setting up sorting centers. It's called mini sorting centers at different schools. So once these youths are finished here, they will go and run their own sorting center. What we're trying to do is we're trying to teach the youth, not just how to recycle, but to make it like a fun for them.
It has to do with driving social conscience, and that starts with the children, in our view.
I would say this school is a beacon of hope for the community itself. It's the first school in the area since the area's inception. There has never been a school.
When we do these visits, it's to help them to understand that they need to keep their space around them clean, their environment clean, their school clean. Second benefit to the school is that they're actually earning an income from the paper that they're collecting.
The recycling is not only beneficial financially, it's also benefiting the children and the community because it gives them a sense of responsibility.
The more that they get into it, and now with the Johnny Club being implemented, the more that they start to understand. And I think moving forward, it's going to be exceptionally successful because it needs to become a culture. You're trying to change the mindset of a child.
So we could see that the message, it sticks with them, you know what I mean? And once we get them involved, it's going to be easy for us. Because when you look at our center, you just see a lot of young youths, which means these youths would be able to go out and they can carry the message over.
It's only since I'm working at Mpact that I've realized the actual value of waste. People just throw it away, you know? And I was one of those guys that didn't really care about where my waste went.
If it wasn't for Mpact, we wouldn't have existed. You know, whatever it is that we do, it's because of Mpact, whether we get information from org in terms of how do you do things, whether we get financial support, whether we get resources from them, but our existence is because of them, you know what I mean? So even if we must blow up one day and another company would want to offer us and say, look, we'll give you more for your material, the relationship is very strong with them, so I think we will carry through with them.
You know, you come here and you see the culture of Mpact and it makes you realize, hey, you know, there's value in everything. I think that was a big game changer for me. I didn't understand that at first, but you know, when you move the paper around and you see how much impact this paper makes on the people's lives, it's a huge impact.